Welcome back to our latest episode. Today I have a very special guest with me, Sam Guggenheimer. He's also working for Microsoft, and he's the author of 2 books around agile software development and Team Foundation Server. So Sam, why don't you tell a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, it's actually 4 books by now. I'm a product owner in Visual Studio Cloud Services. We do Visual Studio Team Services, which you know, our SaaS offering, and Team Foundation Server, the on-premise sibling of that, to support DevOps across a team. It's my 14th year at Microsoft, I think. I joined when we were taking things from the IDE to the team, and then for the last few years, we've been moving from Agile to DevOps.
So you're literally a decade ahead of me working for Microsoft. So today I want to talk to Sam specifically around the topic DevOps. Everybody's talking about it, but I'm not sure everybody understands. So Sam, what exactly is DevOps?
Our simple definition of DevOps is that it's the union of people, process, and tools to deliver value to end users faster.
And where do you see specifically the challenges, or which would you say on implementation is the hardest piece for our customers these days?
Well, it usually starts, the challenge usually starts with automation of the release pipeline. So this is called continuous integration or continuous delivery, and that's typically where people struggle at the beginning. There's also the issue of how you tie this back to business value, which is something that, of course, is a hot topic when you have technical people and business owners in the room.
So what would you say is, why is it so badly necessary? What is the main difference? We talked before briefly, for example, when they introduced the mainframe, nobody was talking about DevOps, to where we are now. What was the urgency, or what was the challenge that asked for the introduction of DevOps?
Great question. So in the days of the mainframe, people thought computing was about automating what you already knew how to do. Now it's a completely different problem. If you look at the way people do software, if I can draw you a picture, everyone has some kind of software development cycle, right? And they break that up and they talk about, requirements gathering or ideation for user stories or what have you, and construction or what have you, and then some release. Yeah? So they do this, and one of the things we know from our data is that when they do this, about a third of the time you get great results. About a third of the time you get bad results. And about a third of the time it doesn't make any difference. We have lots of data to prove this, okay? So you really want to double down on those opportunities to do better, okay, to get better business results. And you want to fail fast on those things that make the business worse, okay? What does that mean? It means you need to go faster, because the faster you go, the more chances you have to do better. So as you increase deployment frequency, what you're really doing is increasing validated learning. This is the idea from Lean Startup that Eric Ries talks about, validated learning, okay? And as you do that, you're building up this value, because you fail fast on what doesn't work and you double down on what does. That's the whole business value of DevOps. This requires automation in the pipeline. It requires a process where you can instrument to see what's really happening with users. It requires your ability to think in terms of hypotheses instead of requirements.
I mean, when you show it like this, it makes perfect sense. And I believe everybody, even out there, understands how important it is these days to actually deliver great apps and great experience. Never has it been that easy than these days to just scroll through an app store or through the web and just choose another vendor or another product if I'm not satisfied. So it's literally crucial to actually have a chance in the market that you get that under control and can increase the value. So if I'm a company out there and I haven't started yet with DevOps, how can, for example, Team Foundation Server and the services that we offer help them to adopt and actually implement this cycle?
Well, there are 3 things underneath Team Foundation Server and Visual Studio Team Services, the hosted cousin. A great release pipeline for continuous integration and continuous delivery. Great experience with working with Agile and scaling Agile and using Agile in teams. And a great support for Git version control and for hierarchical version control, what we call TFVC. So those three together allow teams to work much faster and build up this pipeline. For example, we now on Visual Studio Team Services inside Microsoft have about 65,000 engineers who are delivering all the time. If you look at our own builds or releases, they're just scrolling down every day. And the opportunity to do this, to deliver and to deliver new value, to test whether the value you're delivering is actually there, is easier than ever because it's all there. And of course, if you're using something else for part of your pipeline, you can plug it in.
So thanks for these valuable insights. So I hope it shows you a little bit of what DevOps is, why it is crucial for your business, but also how Microsoft, as well in that aspect, has the services, has the products to really empower you to achieve more and to actually implement the whole DevOps cycle and then actually living it. We're going to provide a lot of direct links for additional information that you can read up on later. There's going to have also maybe some other webinars if you want to get into in-depth. And with that, you want to say something?
Yeah, and go to the URL, visualstudio.com/DevOps.
So here you go. We're going to put it right here afterwards, the URL that Sam just mentioned, and I also put it down there. And with that, I say thank you very much for your time, Sam. Highly appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Bye.